now 10 years. Every day for 10 years, I've been bullied and attacked. And I was the most trolled person in the entire world.
So Meghan and Harry just monetized children's mental health with an AI fashion app during their Australian tour, literally making money off outfits worn while hugging cancer kids. This represents a new low in their commercialization strategy. Let's examine how this exploitation actually works.
Man or woman, I'm still here.
That theatrical pause reveals everything. This is performance art, not genuine vulnerability. She's using the same dramatic techniques from her Suits days to manufacture emotional moments for maximum impact with these vulnerable audiences.
And so when I think of all of you and what you're experiencing, I think so much of that is having to realize that, that industry, that billion-dollar industry that is completely anchored and predicated on cruelty to get clicks, that's not going to change.
The irony is staggering, condemning profit-driven cruelty while literally profiting from mental health discussions. Those Sydney retreat tickets cost $1,200 each. She's created the exact predatory industry she's supposedly criticizing here.
So you have to be stronger than that. And a friend of mine gave me a little bag that had a quote on it that I had put on. And I look at it every single day. And I would share it with you because sometimes I can imagine as you talk about depression or anxiety or the willingness or lack of appetite to even want to get out of bed or keep going, that this is the quote that it says, and I think it's important that you remember it, as I try to as well. My wish for you is that you continue.
Notice how she speed runs through actual depression symptoms, lack of appetite, not wanting to get out of bed, like they're minor inconveniences before pivoting to her inspirational quote. This trivializes genuine mental health struggles.
Continue to be who and how you are, to astonish a mean world with your acts of kindness, and to allow humor to lighten the burden of your tender heart. And that's my wish for all of you as well. And you can do it together.
This is classic guru positioning. Positioning herself as the enlightened teacher to broken people. Meanwhile, her biggest problem is bad press coverage. While her audience faces real financial hardship and mental health crises they can't afford to treat.
That is the cringiest thing I've ever seen or heard in my life. And I'm 63. I've seen a whole lot and heard a whole lot. That is the cringiest thing I've ever seen.
I absolutely agree on the cringe factor. This happened while Harry was doing legitimate charity work in Africa with actual impact. The contrast between his authentic service and her performative wellness seminars couldn't be starker.
But the thing about this is, everything we see here from everything she does is what she does in those interviews where she's talking about business and she's getting ready to, drop the mic moment. She's going to tell them the way she does it. And she's sold out. I can't believe her sold out. And she starts that same stuff with that wiping under her nose, all those things. And then she leans forward to give this, statement that is just so cornball, man, and delivering it like she's the one that thought it up.
Exactly. Those rehearsed gestures and calculated pauses work for selling lifestyle products, but when applied to serious mental health topics, they reveal a dangerous disconnect between performance and genuine understanding of human suffering.
But do you believe that she believes that she is the most trolled or is the most trolled woman in the world? Because she says that with such conviction.
Compare her most trolled claim to journalists like Maria Ressa facing death threats or activists in authoritarian regimes. Her victimhood narrative diminishes people facing real persecution, while she lives in a $14 million Montecito mansion.
The narcissistic level here is incredible, because I know people like what she's doing. This behavior is not new to me. This is nothing I haven't seen before a bunch of times. And they'll take on this air of, I'm a professional, like this guru air of, you're depressed, something's wrong with you, and I'm going to tell you how to fix it. And it's almost like she's not a cult leader, but it's almost like cult leaders do.
Yes.
So she's delivering this stuff like she's the know-it-all of this situation, and she's not.
The cult leader comparison is spot on. She exploits vulnerable people's pain for profit, positioning herself as the solution while charging premium prices. That Australian tour netted serious money from people seeking genuine help.
To your point, if she wants to be seen as a guru, the way to do it is not to make it about yourself or to make it about your struggles. Because if we're being honest, she's sitting in a room full of people that probably have student loan debt, sitting in a room full of people that, probably have had their credit card declined in the last 6 months to 24 months. When's the last time Meghan Markle had her credit card declined?
Perfect point about the wealth disconnect. Her audience includes people choosing between groceries and therapy, while she's launching luxury lifestyle brands. When did she last worry about a mortgage payment or medical bills?
And her real world problem is somebody didn't like her outfit at Paris Fashion Week and said she looked like human toilet paper. It was me.
There's a crucial difference between legitimate criticism of public figures and actual harassment. Fashion critiques aren't trolling. They're part of being in the public eye, especially when you're monetizing that visibility.
We could say how vile that you've launched an AI app to tell us what outfit you're wearing while you're embracing a child with cancer. That's pretty gross. And then you get a commission off of that outfit if I buy it.
Tell me about this. I don't know about that. What are you talking about?
Meghan launched a new one of her new investments while she was in Australia, and it's an AI app. And the app tells you what Meghan's wearing throughout her appearances so that you can buy the same outfit. And Meghan receives, not only is she an investor in the app, but she receives a commission.
The AI app controversy is particularly vile. She's literally monetizing charitable appearances with children. The app identifies her outfits so fans can buy them, giving her commission on sales generated from hospital visits.
But for the most part, they behaved themselves and they did look like royals, which was the objective, until Harry goes and says that the royals basically killed his mom. And Meghan goes and says, I was the most trolled person in the world. They self-sabotage. It's always, even when we get worried, like they might pull it off, it's always Harry and Meghan that then go screw it up for themselves.
Their timing is consistently terrible. Harry's recent Ukraine comments created diplomatic tensions with Trump while she's launching commercial ventures. They sabotage any goodwill through their constant need to create drama and controversy.
I'm still dumbfounded every time I'm on here, and I get so worked up because they're nobodies. They don't have that connection. They're supposed to be royals, and she still says she's
a duchess.
Yeah, and her Royal Highness on her cards and stuff. And they're not.
The title contradiction is glaring, rejecting royal duties while keeping royal titles for commercial advantage. They want the prestige without the responsibility, the brand recognition without the service obligation. Pure opportunism.